Welcome back in day 5 in 1800 ELO challenge on chess.com. Today we were trying to hit the 200 milestone, so let's just get started with our game. Well, we've got the black pieces one more time, and d4 has been played, so I'm going to play d5. Knight f6. As always, I'm trying to develop my pieces, not only push pawns. This is actually a common mistake in beginners level. Just push pawns, but not developing pieces is not good thing in the opening. In the opening, you just try to develop your pieces and to bring the king into safety like we said earlier. So now I am developing this knight here. Again, another pawn push. This pawn is defended by only one pawn here, by the f3 pawn, but I am attacking this pawn with two pieces. I'm attacking the pawn with my pawn here on d5 and also with that knight here on f6, so I am just going to take this pawn because I would win a pawn. After my opponent has taken the pawn, I am just going to take it with my knight, and now I am up with 1 point. Queen developed, attacking my knight. I just retreat with my knight. Another pawn push. Again, this pawn has been pushed instead of developing any other piece. So I'm just going to take this pawn because the pawn is defended only by the queen, right? But I'm attacking this pawn with two pieces, with the knight on f6 and also with the bishop on c8. So I'm going to take the pawn with the bishop and developing the bishop and attacking the queen at the same time. So now he has to move his queen. Also, as beginner, don't bring your queen into the game so early. Just try to develop the minor pieces. With minor pieces, I mean knights and bishops. Why? Because queen is the most valuable piece, and if it go out early like now, it's gonna be attacked and the queen has to defend himself or retreat, and you lose time by doing this. So anyway, now I've got this move here, queen on e3. So what I'm thinking about right now is to develop the bishop here on f8. This is the only minor piece that is not developed yet. So I would play the move e6 to open this diagonal to my bishop, and then maybe I will be able to develop the bishop in my next move. Let's just do this. Okay, my bishop got attacked, but it's not a serious attack because I can just retreat with my bishop here, and maybe then later to the g6 square, and then the bishop would settle in this good diagonal. Anyways, as we said earlier, my plan is to develop my pieces, so now I'm sticking to my plan and developing my bishop, the last minor piece, and now I'm ready to castle my king in king side. Okay, another pawn push. So let's evaluate the position. So now I'm attacking this pawn with two pieces, right? With my knight on c6 and also with my queen. Okay, but the pawn is defended also by two pieces, by the knight and the queen. So now I can trade this knight with my bishop. The queen has to move to take back, and then this pawn wouldn't have any defender. So I can grab this pawn in my next move. This is one thing to do. This is one plan. Another plan is just to castle my king, put it into safety, and ignore taking this pawn. However, if I castled my king here, my opponent can later bring his rook in front of the king in this file, this open file, and my king here wouldn't be as safe as it should, so I am going to stick with plan number 1 and just take this knight. And now my opponent most probably would take back, right? This pawn isn't defended anymore, and I can jump with my knight, attacking the queen, taking the pawn, and also attacking this square. And this square is important. Why? Because if this square isn't defended, I can jump with my knight, checking the king, and also forking the rook or taking the rook. Now, the square isn't defended, the queen isn't defended. My opponent didn't see these 3/8, so now I can just take the queen with a check, and now we have a huge material, and yeah, my opponent has resigned. Let's review the game. So again, it's been not so much. We had only 12 moves. We've got d4, d5, c3, knight f6, and now my opponent has made a mistake or inaccuracy move because he pushed a pawn instead of developing a piece. I developed my pieces, and now I take a free pawn. My knight got attacked, so I retreat with the knight, and I'm taking another free pawn with a tempo, threatening the queen. And the game continued. So now we reached that point of the game where I took the knight versus the bishop. After taking back, I am threatening the queen. And this move is a very strong move because it has many advantages. It's attacking the queen. It's attacking also this c2 square, forking the king and the rook. Best move for white was to move the queen on d3, defending the c2 square. Anyway, he didn't see it, and next move I've taken the queen and won the game. And also we've reached the milestone 200. Thanks for watching, and see you in next game.